Alright guys, hey, welcome. It is Monday the 5th of January. It is the first trading week of the new year, but it's the second trading day because last week on Friday I took a winning trade. The markets were open. But anyway, let's fast forward to today and get into the trades I took. Okay, it was a good day. I took 2 trades on my 50k combine, and I took 2 or 4 trades on my practice account. So I'm just gonna quickly go through. Now I use the greatest strategy, Icc, okay, trades by side, may God bless you. So I'm not new to trading as such. I started in 2019-ish with Forex, but that's a story for another time, okay? If you know that MLM era, then you know. But I'm not brand new to trading, but I got back into trading and more specifically futures, all thanks to Icc Trades by Side, okay? So let's get into it. I'm trading micro gold futures, and let me take this off. I just want to highlight my analysis, I guess. I'm not necessarily teaching the strategy. You can find it on Sai's YouTube channel, Trades by Sai. But maybe in the short term, I will, do a close kind of group. I'm not trying to do the large group kind of vibe. I'm more of like a one-to-one, kind of vibe, helping people to understand it if they need extra help. But it's online for free. All right, let me get into it. Because I just recorded this and it didn't record because of my storage. So, indication, correction, continuation. Okay, that's what we can see. Beautiful, right? That's the second one. The first one happened Asian session during Asian and London session. So, indication, correction, continuation. Now, I broke down what I saw here and what I was doing at this time, but I won't do that again because my storage is on the smaller side. But let me just get into where I entered, okay? So it was literally, what time was it? 1 p.m. UK time, which is New York pre-market. I actually entered, but I closed early because I made money on silver an hour or two before. So I was really just trying to top up my account. As you can see at the top, my balance is just shy of the 50k balance. I've been doing futures on Top Step for 2 weeks. So my first 2 weeks was me learning the platform, and with learning you have lessons, right? So I've been having quite a few lessons, but now I'm basically back at the 50k, and it's like everything has clicked concerning this platform. So now it's about profits, growing the account, passing the account. So I had made $50 2 hours before this trade. So I was trying to make another $50 so I can just make 100, which I did. I don't know why it's gone actually. It was just showing on my last video. I made $103 or something like that, and I'll show a screenshot. All right, so that's why I literally entered and exited on this candle right here. Okay, but why did I enter? So let's say you're a newbie, okay? Like you are new to trading and you're new to Icc. Now, Sai teaches we trade based on the trend, right? But this trend is so fresh, it literally started here. Prior to that, it was a bearish trend. But this is a, let me try and zoom out. Oh, not that alarm. I'm trying to be fast, guys, because, storage, praying to make some profits and buy a MacBook. But okay, let's get into it. Okay, so looking at the previous swing high, if you like, you can see a high, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So we know that was a bearish trend, okay, based on that. So fast forward now to my area of analysis, which is here. That is a no trade zone, okay? So I was looking for a indication whether it's gonna go or, right? And as you can see, on Sunday night during market open, for me it's nighttime in the UK. It's literally midnight or like 10 p.m, something like that. Around here, yeah, price open to the upside, okay? But that doesn't mean people would enter here based on different strategies, right? But based on ICC, we wait for the trend. So we don't trade this fuzz, okay? Because the consolidation zone equals no rules, and we don't trade without rules. We follow the rules, okay? So I saw that happening around 1 a.m. my time on Sunday night. It indicated that it wanted to buy. So I was like, okay, let me just sit this one out. Let me wait for an entry, okay? Is what I mean. Sorry, not sit this one out. Let me sit down. I was sat with popcorn watching the screen, is what I mean, like a hawk. Because I saw the indication, right? So indication has happened. Let me try and zoom in. This is Sunday night, mind you, 4th of January, okay? Now, the correction happened at like 3 a.m. I was so tired at this point, and I thought this could happen now, or it could happen in 3 hours. And I've got 2 small kids to look after in the morning. Let me just go to bed. So I did that, but I did set an early entry around here on my practice account, okay? Not my 50k combine, but my 150k practice account. So I did enter, and I did wake up, and around here, 9 a.m, between here and here, I made $800, okay? $800 on my practice account. So let's just go into how. So this is the indication. This is the correction. The correction was only 1 candle, okay? So if I was awake, it would have been fast-ish, but there was no telling. But I was so close, but it was so late for me here in the UK to stay awake. Anyway, and then this is the correction. So if you are familiar with ICC, Sai teaches that you wait for the candle to correct but close above, your level, your zone, whatever you like to call it. And you would also, zoom in to the smaller scale. I really hope that this thing is recording. And see it here. Indication correction, okay? And then you will see when it stops selling. Let's see that. Correction, okay? And you can see it stopped selling here and it's starting to buy, okay? So you would scale down to the smaller time frame to see when you would enter based on when price has stopped correcting. So correcting in this sense is when it stops selling. It stopped selling here, it started to buy. That would be your entry, okay? And you can see that reflected on the 1 hour. It looks obviously slightly different But side does teach that you wait for the counter to close and you make sure it aligns on the smaller time frame, and you would enter around about here. Yeah, so let's say you would enter here and you 9 a.m., 10 a.m. You would have made a decent amount. I made $800 on my practice account, okay? But then when I saw that, I was like, oh man, like I literally was so close. So I wanted to enter on my combine account, okay? My 50K combine account. So I was looking for a trade and I ended up looking at silver on my combine account. I'm trying to be so fast in explaining so that this thing actually records. And here you have my entry from silver. It was around 9 a.m. that I entered. There you go, 9 a.m. my time. After I saw that I had made money on my demo, I was like, I need to find a trade for this account because I know I can trade, right? Anyway, so this is the indication, the correction, and the continuation, right? ICC. Okay, but as you can tell, I entered here. Now I do not enter on indication, I do not enter on correction. However, here I did clearly. But why? It's because I'm aware of liquidity. Let me try and show. As you can see, like, you know, it literally went back to grab that liquidity. So even though I entered here and it was quote unquote late based on the move, I should have really entered down here, right? But because I knew there was all of this liquidity to grab, I entered here anyway. Let's go back. All right, but I'm not saying that you should do that, especially if you're a newbie to trading and the charts. You wouldn't do that, all right? That is not what Sai teaches, and that's not what I do. I just happen to do it today. I don't even know. I was just in flow state, like literally. Anyway, indication, right? The correction and continuation. So that's what you would do, okay? As someone who is following the rules and is, you know, waiting patiently for your entry, you would also obviously go down to the lower time frame. And you would see your indication, correction, continuation, okay? And anyway, I had made $50 on silver. That's what I'm trying to say. And that's how I made it. I didn't necessarily follow the rules, but I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you guys what was going through my mind. I just could see it. What I actually happened to see was indication, correction, continuation. So because I saw the liquidity to the left, I was like, okay, it's going to keep buying. And I just entered here. But as you can see, it did correct again. So I had exited before that correction. So if I was still in it, then I probably would have hit my stop loss. So that's why you follow the rules, guys. You don't follow what I did today, okay? But that is the second indication. Anyway, indication. So this is the first indication. Indication, correction, continuation. Oh, it's getting a bit sticky there. Yeah, indication, correction, continuation. Oh, and then this is the, let me try that again. Indication, correction, continuation, okay? And then this happens to be, the continuation is also the indication now. Indication, correction, and you would enter around here, continuation. Yeah, all right. So I had made $50 there, and I had made $50 on my combine as well. All right. So this move was the $800 move on my practice, and then I'll show you the $50 move on my combine on silver. No, I just showed you silver, sorry. But I'll show you the $50 successful trade on MGC. So that happened pre-market at 1 p.m. Yeah, 1 hour and a half before market opened, and it was here. It was here. I entered here. Yeah, somewhere around there, something like that, guys. I entered here. I definitely didn't enter here because that would have been negative, and I wasn't negative. I wasn't in the trade for too long. I actually ended up scalping, and that's something I'm working on, because for the past week or so I was looking at a scalping strategy. So my psychology is recovering. So I am getting back into the swing of waiting for a trade to, play out. But because I had made $50 at 9 a.m. and I was trying to just bring my balance up, if you look up there, back as close to 50k as possible, I just needed another $50. So that's what I got. I got around here another $50. How, you might ask? It's the same thing as silver, really. This was the first indication, correction, continuation. And then this is the second one, indication, correction, continuation. I just happened to enter early again because it was a start of the bullish, trend. I could see it happening. Not that I don't know how, but I'm not brand new to trading, if that makes sense. So I'm able to see. Of course, it doesn't mean that I'm always right, but it's the start of a trend. A trend is a trend until it ends. So the fact that it was the start of the trend, I was like, it can't end here, surely. A trend's gonna go on for at least, a day. And it literally just opened in the morning. So anyway, this is just me. So if you happen to see this though, right, you would enter, following the rules, you would enter indication, correction here. Okay, that's the closing candle. Here, you would enter here and just take it up to there, which is still a nice little profit, depending on how many contracts, what instrument you're trading, all of that. Yeah, you would have made money. And so I actually made another 1k trading. Let me try and show you. So my third trade was that if you can see this little line here, I actually made, what's it called? Just over 1k on my demo again, bringing it to 2k in total.
The market is open.
Oh, don't tempt me now. One second, guys. Let me slow down. So I'm on my combine account. Okay, I'm on my combine account right now. So this was my $50 trade. Okay, but I also made I'm now on my practice account. What? Oh, where's the eraser? Come on, guys. I also made money during that same move, but on my practice account. So I made. So let's see, indication, correction, continuation. So you can see where that number is. I entered around I entered somewhere around here, guys, and I ended up making another like $1,200 or something, bringing the practice account to about 2K in total. So remember I made $800 in the morning from the overnight trade, then like 1,200 or something pre-market. Okay, so it brought it to around 2K. Yeah, so 2K on my practice and $103 on my combine, my 50K combine. So that's ICC, guys. This is my first video of its kind. Let me know if you've got questions. Of course, it can be better, this video, if I was teaching the strategy, but I don't feel like I am teaching the strategy. I'm just highlighting my analysis, my trades. But feel free to ask questions, and yeah, look out for more videos like this. And follow my pages, guys. Oh, yeah. So at Blossom and Trade. Oh, child. Trade. Alright. Alright. Alright, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at Blossom and Trade. Okay? And let's do this together, guys. Whatever you do, don't sleep on ICC and don't sleep on futures.